The North Dakota High School State track and field action continues on for day 2 of 3 in Bismarck. Field events continuing on today and plenty more track events getting underway in the new expanded 3-day format for the tournament. We begin in the girls Class A 1,600-meter run, and it was all smiles for Fargo North's Anna Lean as she crossed the finish line first at 5:09.66. Then this is not a replay here, okay? In the Class A girls 4x800-meter relay, Lean anchors Fargo North to another first-place finish as they hold off Century by nearly 10 full seconds. Plenty more smiles and hugs for the Spartans. To the field, Class B girls pole vault hat Northwood's Brinley Coleman can now call herself a state champion. She propels herself over the bar at an impressive 10 feet 3 inches. Finally, to the Class B boys shot put, Kindred's Jack Packer entered as the favorite, and he leaves as the favorite. 58 feet and 5 inches was his best throw of the day. Action picks back up tomorrow where team champions will be crowned, along with plenty more individual medalists. And the Eastern Dakota Conference baseball and softball action continues on in Grand Forks this weekend. We open in the championship bracket where Valley City is coming off of an upset over top-seeded West Fargo in the first round on Tuesday. Valley City not wasting any time opening up the scoring in this semifinal. Top of the first inning, and Broden Muskie sends a hard hit right through the middle of the infield. Ethan Miller makes the quick trip home from third to give the Highliners an early 1-0 lead. Wabaton answering right back in the bottom of the inning. Josiah Hoffman with a deep shot into the outfield to bring in Tori Olich. We're tied up 1 run each, but the Huskies weren't done. 2 outs on the board, and Caden Hockert launches a line drive through the infield. This one brings 2 Huskies back home to give Wapaton their first lead of the game. They're up 3-1 after 1, and they go on to win it in 6. 11-1 as the Huskies advance to the EDC championship. Now Valley City will see Shanley in a state qualifier tomorrow. The Deacons defeating and eliminating Grand Forks Central with the 7-5 final. On the other half of this double elimination tournament, Cheyenne punching that ticket to state with the win over Fargo North. Spartans see Red River with that final shot at a trip to state in Jamestown. The Rough Riders eliminating top-seeded West Fargo with the 8-1 final. They're down in 2. Heading over to Apollo Field for some softball. Cheyenne and Fargo North meeting in the semifinals. We're tied at 2 here in the second inning when Lauren Shower chops this one through the infield, bringing Quinn Thompson home all the way from second. The Mustangs reclaiming their lead, but the back and forth continues in the third. Aubrey King sneaks this hit past third base, and Kenley Fisher sprints home. The Spartans tying us up again at 3 runs each. Cheyenne responding in the bottom of the inning now. Abby Masialek hits this one right down the middle, bringing Maya Miegler home to reclaim the lead for the Mustangs. They're up 4-3, but they're going to add a little bit of cushion to that now. Still in the third, and Shower launches the high fly ball. This one is going to land in the grass. Open space. 2 Cheyenne runners come home to build on their third inning lead. They go on to win it 14-7 to punch their ticket to state. They play for that EDC title tomorrow. Fargo North will see the winner of Valley City and Devils Lake tomorrow. These two fighting off elimination right here. The Highliners up by 2 here in the second inning and looking to add to it now. Emma Lagamo sends this one down the baseline, bringing 2 runners home to double their lead. It's a 4-0 game here now when Sydney Larson comes up to bat for the Highliners, and she launches this one through the infield. Jamie Vavra makes the long run from second, puts the Jets on to put Valley City up by 5 after 2 innings of play. They keep that going here in the third frame. Langamo back up to bat, and she brings home another 2 runners with a hit past third. The Highliners are rolling up 7-0 in the third inning, and they'll win it in the 5th. The 14-run shutout to eliminate Devils Lake. In another state qualifier, West Fargo punches their ticket to state with the 4-0 win. They'll face Cheyenne for the EDC title tomorrow, while Red River has one more chance to qualify for state. They'll see Grand Forks Central tomorrow after the Knights edge out Fargo South in a 9-inning battle of their own. Well, North Dakota State baseball looking to keep their season alive after falling in the opening round of the Summit League tournament. They now fight off elimination against South Dakota State. The Bison with a much more effective start than they managed in game one. They take the lead with just the second batter of the game. It's Drew Sackett here with a solo home run, and they maintain that lead into the top of the third inning when the Bison shortstop Peter Brookshaw doubles that lead. An RBI single to right, scoring Brock Anderson. It's 2-0 for NDSU. Now SDSU adds a solo home run in the bottom of the third, but the Bison hold them to just the one and add another of their own. Now in the fifth, it's Brookshaw again. His second hit produces a pair of runs. That time it was a home run. A huge difference on the mound today as well. A strong start for Cade Feeney, who goes 7 innings. He totaled 4 strikeouts with 1 walk and 1 run in his outing. The Bison go on to win it 7-4. They'll see Omaha tomorrow at 4:30 for a rematch from the opening round. Oral Roberts into that championship game. The Red Hawks are back on the road. They pick up yet another win, 5-4 over Sioux City, holding off a late rally from the Explorers to win it. And the Twins still in action against Kansas City, holding on to a slight edge into the 8th.
It's a busy night in sports.
There's a few things going on, and believe it or not, it's even more crazy next week. So buckle up.
All right.
You can just put your feet up.
Stick around.